What's up guys, Venom RB here, and today I'm going to be doing an overview on Woodmill Inc. I know most of my current subs are not going to like this video, but there's people who have never seen my channel before and might want to watch this video, so I figured I would make it. Basically, Woodmill Inc. is Lumber Tycoon 2, but like modernized and made better and stuff, with default EOS permission too, I believe. Currently it costs 800 Robux, and it should be releasing early August. Anyways, let's get right into the video. So we're inside of the game. As you can see, it looks different already. You have this warning, blah blah blah. The game is going to be wiped when it goes from and when it becomes free. So as you can see, first up, GUI looks entirely different. You also have your like hotbar and stuff down there, whatever you want to call that. So you have all the same slots, 6 slots you can load in. You have this. What's really cool to me is like whitelisting, for example. You can choose what you want to whitelist for them, which is neat. That'll help for like, you know, it'll just help when buying and selling stuff. Get money is not available, blacklist, and credits, changelog. Whitelist is the only one that works currently. So many of those have all yet to be scripted. I'll go ahead and load my slot. As you can see, you can load your slots in. Very easy. Loading's pretty quick, but slots are all a lot smaller. You can just load in. They've kind of changed it to where, you know, it shows them in different colors compared to Lumber Tycoon 2, which is nice, I guess. I'm not going to teleport yet. Then we're going to go ahead and check out the wood we are. This is obviously what wood are us is in, you know, actual LT2. So over here we have the wood drop off. This person's putting wood in. Not much to see there. Basically the same. Store is neat. Alpha axes are for sale right now. They also will be when the game comes free. So over here we have normal axes and stuff, conveyor belts, sawmills and cars, and then more sawmills. They have all yet to have like images put on them. You have blueprints over here. There's not many blueprints yet in the game, unfortunately. Dominoes, but they're gonna add them. Add more soon, I would assume. This game's constantly getting updates, so that's what are us. Not much really to say about it. It's now run by David, which is nice. The biggest thing that I like about it is you can now buy several things at once instead of like a single thing at once. For example, that's not what I want. So like, see, you sure want to purchase basic hatchet and steel axe, and you know you can stack them both. Just saves a lot of time. Outside of the store, you have these carts, which you can, you know, put wood in and then cart around. You can also, like, ride in it. I think if you put, like, logs on it, it'll go fast. Now let's go check out the land store. Alright, so the land store is called Buy Some Land or something. Oh, nice name. I like it. Now, in here, not much is in here, obviously, just like, you know, the actual game. So you want to buy some land? Yes, I would. And then, you know, it appears you already have land. Would you like to expand it? Yes. It's $3 grand for the second plot of lands. Works basically the same as, you know, the original LT2. So that's this store. Now let's go check out my plot and go over, like, building and stuff like that. Alright, so here is my base. Obviously looks like any normal LT2 one. Placing blueprints is, in my opinion, a lot better in this because you can now do 0.5. And it goes pretty easy. They've redone, like, you know, the GUI for them. Currently, they're not that organized. If you buy more, they don't have different, like, tabs like Lumber Tycoon, which is a bit annoying. And then they're also kind of named poorly, in my opinion, like the wedges and stuff. It's just kind of hard to, like, figure out what is what. Kind of hard to memorize. But that's no big deal. And then obviously you have just items and wood I have in my base, stuff like that. There's not much to say here. These are then the trucks. There are 2 types of trucks in this game. This is the best one in the game right now. 2-seater, it's the biggest. And then there's also one that's just a single seat and a bit smaller. But now let's go check out the Safari. So also for the bridge, it does not go up or down right now. It's just always set at down because there's nothing really over here, so there's no point in charging players to go across it. Alright, so here's what was boxed cars, also now renamed to advanced automobiles. Fancy furnishings does not unfortunately exist yet, but as you can see, Here's the one truck. The other one's obviously available in Wood We Are. $800, 2-seater. Not much about that to show. So now let's just go check out the map since I'm over here anyways. Alright, so the best way I could show the map's just going to be like a time lapse of me driving around it so you all can see it. It is basically a mirror image of Lumber Tycoon too, so that's why it looks familiar but also different at the same time. So yeah, I'll just start the time lapse, I guess. And that is the map of Woodmill Inc. Obviously, much like Lumber Tycoon 2, that's all of it that's in the game right now. Like, there's no links logic, no fairy, any of that, obviously. And then stuff like the snow biome is still a work in progress, as you can tell by the fact that there are no trees, volcanoes not added, stuff like that. But there is a fair amount of map. As for trees, there's stuff like, you know, oak, cherry, birch. There's all of the main trees. There's poop wood, everybody's favorite woods, but there's no ice wood, lava wood, blue wood. You know, there's no wood that wouldn't spawn in the main areas, which is, you know, unfortunate, but obviously that is coming in the future. So as for the chopping system, they have redone it, and you can just like hold down click and stuff, or you can do individual clicks, really whatever you want. And then as you can see, when you chop it, the chop marks are a bit different. If your axe doesn't do as much damage, then you'll notice that the black like line around it, the log, is not as dark at first, and then it gets darker, you know, the more you chop it, which is kind of cool. As you can see, like there, not so bright, you know, brighter, and then more and more noticeable the more chops you give it, until then it just, you know, falls off and tree dies. So you can still carry trees in this game just like you could in Lumber Tycoon 2. It feels very, you know, similar, but what's fun about this too is that for putting stuff on cars, it stays on a lot better. Like, for example, here's a bit in the back of my truck, and I can pull this, so like the wood doesn't fall out of your trucks as much as it did in LT2. I'm not sure if this was like intentional or not. It's just much better in my opinion, even because you can carry so much more with your trucks. And then as for putting wood through like the sawmill, they have also redone sawmills. Currently I haven't even set my sawmills. I don't even know what's gonna come out. Basically, you put this through, and unlike before where it'd take forever to get through, it just teleports out, which is neat. It doesn't take like 5 hours to go through inside of the sawmill, which I do like that a lot as well. So the wood system has also entirely been redone. Trees as well, as you'll notice, have transparent leaves, and even after you chop them down, the leaves will go away later on rather than the tree dying right away, which is also pretty neat. Now, everybody's favorite thing about Lumber Tycoon 2, the cars, not really. The cars have obviously all been redone. They look better, in my opinion, and then the chassis has also been redone to where it's less glitchy, in my opinion. Drives better. You don't have that annoying coasting down like hills and stuff because it's an actual chassis and not hinges. It's just a much better vehicle overall. And then, as I said at the start, they have more colors and all sorts of cool stuff. Glow trucks, plastic trucks, and then there's metal trucks. There's just all sorts of more car colors, and then more trucks are also being added soon. Now, the biggest thing that some people love about LT2 and some people hate is duping. And thankfully, in my opinion, in Woodmill Inc., duping, while there have been people who have found duping bugs, they're all patched. So obviously, as the game's in early alpha, they have people like trying to figure out duping glitches and stuff, and then they report it to the devs and they're fixed. So there's no easy way to dupe in this game, or really any way to my knowledge, and I think to the developers' knowledge, they're fixing all the ways you can dupe. So this game, when it comes out and has items, will have a legitimate economy, which is very exciting because that's one thing I loved about LT2, but kind of it got ruined, obviously. And then hacking in this game as well is going to be a lot less effective. You know, you're not going to be able to just hack any tree and anything you want as easily, which is also quite nice. So this game has actual anti-cheats and stuff like that, which is really awesome. If you try and hack like in this game, it'll trip wires and then they'll know and they'll ban you. There's just all sorts of stuff like that. So this game is much harder to cheat and dupe on, which is awesome. Alright, well that's really it for this video. I didn't really know what to do on this because it's so weird, as this is like playing Lumber Tycoon 2 to where like everybody sort of knows this stuff, but at the same time it's all refreshed. So this is kind of a weird video to make. Hopefully you guys liked it. I know a lot of my like subscribers aren't going to care for this video, but maybe some new people will enjoy it, and so that's cool. I do want to make more videos on this game, like building my base and stuff. As I said, this game's getting wiped when it becomes free, so after that then maybe I'll get on it and like build a base, do a base building series, something like that, because this game is a ton of fun to play and I play LT2 all the time, just don't really make videos on it. So anyways, thank you all for watching this video. I will see you all in the next one. Venom out.